Should Jocelyn have the career that Cardi B has? What really happened between her and Big Lex at the Mayweather fight? Was she attacked by Amber Rose? And how does she really feel about Faith Evans? The answers to these questions and many, many more on our exclusive interview with Carlos King and Joseline Hernandez, Part 2 recap. Now, the lingering question from the end of part one's interview was, should Jocelyn have the career that Cardi B has? Or does Jocelyn think that Cardi B has the career that she always wanted? And when I tell y'all that Jocelyn answered this question with so much grace, so much class, so much poise, you know what I'm saying? Just very smart with the answer. I mean, basically, she just said no. Hell no. Her career is her career. My career is my career. Your definition of success is not the same as mine. And I think it's stupid and just lame to be comparing other people's measure of success. I'm different from you. She's different from me. And that I don't think that I have the career, that or that I should have the career that she has. And Carlos made the comparison that, some people would say, here you and Cardi B both started on the same platform, both of Spanish or Latin descent, or Latino descent, I'm sorry. Um, and that, y'all both started on Love and Hip Hop. Now she is doing Super Bowl commercials, and here you are over here working for Zeus. And Jocelyn said, I own my stuff. What about that don't y'all understand? Like, I own my stuff. I'm not renting it. I don't have to pay out a bunch of people and split my, profit with 1,000 people and all of this and that. Like, I own the intellectual property of my business. So, once again, you can think I'm at the bottom if you want to, but in all actuality, I am doing better than most of the people that you see in a more positive light, or most people doing, all of these high quality, high name jobs, Super Bowl, this, getting brand recognition, or what I'm trying to say, when they're being sponsored by big brand companies, Nike, this or whatever, doing Adidas commercials or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still helping that company make money. They're only giving you a percentage. She said, I am the company. I am the one. So, yeah. She says it's bummy and it's stupid, to try to pin these women together. Um, and for real, only time will tell who will be the greatest. She said, right now, she said, I tour every 6 months. I can't speak for any of these other ladies. She said that my TV show, because I own my TV show, I make more money on streams because I own the IP address. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's breaking down the analytics of how she is, or could be, saying that she's doing better, but that's not even what she is trying to say. Um, she says that um only time will tell who's gonna be the greatest, and we can revisit this conversation in 10 years. Let's see how these ladies, whatever they're doing, or anybody else that wants to compare themselves to me, let's see how your strategy and my strategy upholds in 10 years, and who will be still discussing what, and where's your level of success gonna be in 10 years. And I'm here for it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Carla said that she has really defied the odds, and a lot of people haven't made it beyond Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or Love and Hip Hop, period. And she said it's only been her and Cardi. It's only been her and Cardi that have made it out of the franchise and are still actually relevant and doing something. She said, but they all could have done it. They all could have done it. Because some of them were there before her, and some of them are still there after she's gone and superseded the things that they've done. But they just either didn't want to. And Carlos said that, a lot of them got comfortable in that space and didn't know how to grow beyond it, or were just too afraid to step outside of that comfort zone. And that's what makes Jocelyn so unique and so special and so different, in comparing her to the other cast members and what they've been doing. Everybody else has just been pretty much complacent on Love and Hip Hop, and that's I've said the same thing. That's why it's kind of boring because everybody's still doing the same shit. Scrappy's still lying. Everybody's still cheating. It's still a bunch of nothing. Nobody is doing anything other than what they've been doing all this damn time. So and he said, you even quit acting jobs to just go for your dream and follow your heart. And she said yes, while she was working on the cabaret, that Lee Daniels wanted her to be a regular role on the show Star. I don't know if you guys watched that show. It was a really good show. It had Queen Latifah in it. It was about three sister or two sisters that could really sing, had a rough childhood, and was really just trying to start over and have a new life. But she did make a couple of guest appearance roles on that show, and Lee Daniels really liked her work ethic, her drive, and everything, and he wanted her to be a regular, reoccurring star on the show. She told Lee Daniels that she really appreciated him for the opportunity and that she loved him, but at that time she had to decline because she really wanted to follow her heart and see Jocelyn's Cabaret season 1 all the way through. And she believes that she made the right decision because she is still collecting money from season 1 and using that money to pay her rent, go shopping for her mortgage or whatever. Like she is still using the money from season 1 to live her life. Like, so all the rest of the money from all the other seasons and all the other stuff that she's doing, that money is just sitting somewhere or doing what it, doing what it needs to do, collecting interest. But the money that she's spending is coming from season 1 royalties. So yeah, y'all do the math on that. She said you have to understand that everything is in house. You know what I'm saying? So Ballistic is making the beats. She's in the studio with only Ballistic. She's not paying producers. She's not paying writers. She's not paying for studio time. Like everything is in house. Then she has complete creative control over everything. So she don't have nobody telling her you can't do this, you can't do that, or you might need to switch it up and do it this way, or switch it up and do it that way. It's everybody, her team, everybody on her team is close and personal people to her. So all of these people work for her. She do not work for them, which is the whole point that y'all should be getting. Like, this is so genius, regardless of how you feel about how she's branding and her having a child and what her child gonna think. None of that matters. She can have a complete conversation with her child and teach her the difference between whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get off into a tangent into that, but it is important, that she has complete control. She said, I'm negotiating my own contract. So if somebody say, here up with $1 million contract, and she like, fuck that, give me 5 million, bitch. I'ma hold my nuts. I'm gonna hold my nuts, and they gonna give me what I want because I believe in me. And that's an awesome way to think. And I'm, shout out to her for that. She said they better be glad that she married, or she'll be lining these niggas up. And Carlos was like, and what they gonna do? She said, whatever I tell them to do. Whatever I tell them to do. Y'all better be glad that I love my husband because it will be up and stuck for the rest of y'all. And then Carlos chimes in, that Ballistic really loves her and Bonnie. He said he loves Bonnie like Bonnie is like he birthed her himself. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yes, he is super supportive. And that she loves everything about him. She believes in him. He believes in her. And she thinks that they make the perfect duo. Um, and then Carlos was like, most men can be insecure with a woman that's very bussy bossy. I'm sorry, with a woman that's very bossy, or just a woman that's a leader, or that's take charge over her life and career. And he says, I remember watching an episode of the Kardashians, and Kanye was fussing at Kim. She was going to the Met Gala, and she was dressed super sexy, and Kanye was like, no, you can't wear that. And Kim was like, well, you built me up to be this sex symbol. And he was like, yeah, that was before we got married. And then he stormed the room. And then Jocelyn was like a crybaby girl. Like a crybaby girl. She was like, Ballistic, he used to try to tell me what to wear and how to dress, or whatever. She was like, but she had to learn, over time to just ignore him. She was like, he's a Virgo, and I know that if I ignore him, it makes him more riled up. She was like, If he acts stupid and stuck up, he's not gonna get no head. If he starts complaining too much, he's not gonna get no pussy. And if he giving her too much of a hard time, then she's not gonna love him like a wife is supposed to love a husband. She was like, so she's learned, you know, how to push his button, so to speak, or how to get him to, just let her do what she want to do, or he gonna be the one with the shit end of the stick. Um, but she says, that Ballistic trusts her. She trusts him. She leave her passwords, her phone out. She said she go to yoga and leave her phone. She said she could be with anybody she wants. She could be with a millionaire if she wanted to, but that's not what she wants. She loves Ballistic. She loves his work ethic, his drive, the way he supports her. She feels safe with him, and she says she wouldn't want to be married to anybody else but him. Now I don't know if they actually had a wedding, y'all, because we didn't see that happen. And the way we know she liked to be in the spotlight, I'm just thinking common law, or maybe they went to the courthouse. I don't know. Maybe had a private ceremony on the island somewhere. If y'all know if they actually got married officially, I mean, because it's public record, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Do y'all know, is Ballistic and Joseline really really married? If not, that's her husband. She claiming it. I'm here for it. Go ahead, sis. So Carlos asked her, "Do Stevie and Ballista get along?" And she was like, "Yeah. I mean, they don't have no issues, no problems. They both love Bunny. They both, want the best for her, and that's all that really matters." And he was like, "Well, do you and Stevie get along?" She was like, "Yeah. He don't bother me. You know, we don't really have no issues." She was like, she don't really see him like that, and he got enough problems of his own. So she was like, "How does it feel seeing it through? His failed marriage." Cause then you do an interview on them, and Carlos just started screaming, like, "Girl!" She said, "Oh, baby, look at you. How wonderful. Tell me, how was it?" I was living like, yes, okay. Cause come on, Carlos with the T. Come on and tell us, how was it doing this exclusive interview on their failed marriage? And so she asked Carlos, she was like, "Did you have anything to do with it?" And he was like, "With what? The divorce?" And he was like, "No." She was like, "Ooh, child, cause I just want to give a shout out to what's her name?" He was like, "Who? Faith Evans?" And she was like, "Yeah, Faith." Oh my God. She made this face and she was like, "Yes, because Faith, she saved my life. She really saved my life. Too bad for her, too good for me." See? Look at how things work. I was like, oh my God, Jocelyn. Whew. But she right. You wanted him so bad till you got him. Girl, now you don't want him no more. So Carlos asked her, was she hurt, by CV marrying Faith? And she was like, no. She said, she's never really hurt by the things that men do to her. And that's because she has very strong masculine energy. And she's always been a leader. She's always been in control most of her relationships. So she know that men gonna do what they do, but she still don't allow them to hurt her and affect her in that way. She said that because she really does love Ballistic, if he left her, she would be hurt. But she said that she know that she would get over it. And Carlos asked her, like, why did Stevie try to get custody of Bonnie Bella? And she was like, I just think that he was really being an asshole. While she was recording Marriage Boot Camp, I don't know if y'all guys watched, if you guys watched it, but she did have to leave for a moment. And she was explaining that she had signed a contract that she had to be there for 2 weeks. She had to film, she had to record. And Stevie was pulling all of this mess. Like, the Bonnie was safe. Bonnie was in Fort Lauderdale with her family, and Stevie wanted to go get her. She told Stevie he could go get her, and then that led into something else. She said, and that was still around the same time of when she was trying to reach out to Lemuel, or that Lemuel had called her the day after she left boot camp. She said that, but Stevie only got custody for like a week or two, and the only reason why he got custody was because she missed a court date. She didn't know that she had a court date, so she didn't show up. And she said the way that it's worked for her in custody hearings, or these type of hearings, is that if the parent that is missing doesn't come to court and the other person comes, then that person gets custody. So she said they had another court date coming up within 2 weeks after that. She went and Stevie did. And so she was able to get Bonnie Bella back and talk to the judge about favoritism. She said the judge called Stevie. Stevie's phone was off. He called Faith. Faith didn't know where he was at. So basically Stevie is looking like an irresponsible parent who doesn't care that he has a court date. And so she was awarded custody back of Bunny Bella, and she's had her ever since. Um, she said, but she hangs out with with Bonnie's daughters. Excuse me, with Stevie's daughters, Bonnie's sisters. And she said that her sisters love her and they hang out with her. They all have a good time together. And she was like, what's really crazy is that one of Stevie's daughters is like 6 years younger than Jocelyn. So they are still around in the same age group where they can hang out, have a couple of drinks. She said they be putting her on the drinks and stuff, and they can have a good time. And she likes that they have that type of relationship. Hey, look, I know y'all enjoying this little recap we got going on, but before we go any further, we got to pay some bills. So y'all go ahead and take a look at this clip, and I'll be right back. You know the vibes. Our summer collection body slushy is still available, but only for a limited time. That's my jam, made with real strawberries and chia seeds. Passports and pineapples, made with real pineapples and turmeric. And peach please, made with real peaches and turmeric. Turn your bath time into a tropical vacation at gianni-nicole.square.site. Shop for all your high vibrational bath and body needs. Pause and scan the QR code to go directly to our site, or tap and stay connected and awaken your soul with Gianni Nicole. Okay, y'all. Now we are back with the Puerto Rican princess and Carlos King. And Carlos says that she was offered a full time position on The Real and she turned it down. Why, girl? Why? And her response was that she was just too young. She said she really wanted to do her music. And she was like, I got hits. So Carlos was like, hey, Issa Rae, Insecure, shout out. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, like for real, people don't understand. People be talking shit about your music, but Do It Like It's Your B Day is like one of the biggest hits. Like it's been played on not just on Insecure. She was like, but it's also been played on P Valley as well. And Carlos is like, for real, like when it comes to that one particular song, Do It Like It's Your B Day, you wrote it. So that means you own the publishing. And she was like, yes, my checks from BMI are good. He was like, and I'm sure, no shade to anyone, to no other artist, but they got writers, they have ghost writers. They don't own the publishing. So before they even get to see a dime, it's split between 25 people. And Jocelyn was like, yeah, hers is only split between her and Ballistic. Like, it's only split between two people. So every time that song gets played on the radio, at the club, streamed on the phone, on TV, on a movie, in a commercial, wherever you hear this song, Jocelyn get every acorn, every fucking acorn of the royalties to that. The royalties. Like she getting all of it. Her and Ballistic. And owning the intellectual property to her songs, to her brand, to her cabaret, her TV shows, like whatever it is that she's doing is what is making her stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this that's why this interview was so good, because these are things that we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like for her to reveal this stuff, and I hope she do write this book, because I cannot wait to read it. I want to know, girl. I want to know. Give me the tea. So Carlos is like, you turned down a lead role on, Star by Lee Daniels. You turned down a role on an Emmy award winning daytime TV talk show. Um, all because you had a dream and believed in this thing called Jocelyn's Cabaret, and it's working out for you. Like it is really working out for you. And she was like, yes, it's working out, and I ain't got time to be sitting up here with these old ass bitches talking about other bitches. I can't do that. I ain't got time for that. That's not a part of my plan. She said she really felt like she was just too young to do that, and she still feel like she's too young to do something like that. Like, they ain't ready for her. They are not ready for her to be on daytime TV talking trash. Um I don't I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Jocelyn. I will probably watch her on anything that she's on, but I don't think that's a good fit for her. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Child, she told them folks, y'all keep that little $50,000 a month. I make that in a day. And I see y'all probably in 10 or 20 years, and we might be able to come back and revisit this situation. Now, Carlos is, basically patting Jocelyn on the back, telling her that she's a genius, she's a smart businesswoman, and that she believed in herself. She invested in herself enough to where, she's not some dumb, stupid girl from Puerto Rico that had everything basically handed to her. Like she worked hard and she saw it through. She saw it through to the end. And that's how she can have people like Issa, or Lee Daniels. She turned down all of these opportunities because she believed in herself. She wanted to see her dream through. And when she talks about this on the cabaret, like, everybody's making jokes. She's getting off the plane, waving like the Statue of Liberty, and she's like, my dreams have finally come true. And for her, that's really big. That's really significant. It's a milestone in her life where she saw this vision. She had a plan, and yes, she got all of these other opportunities and she's had all of these obstacles to come her way, but she stuck it out and she continued to believe and invest in herself. And shit, I don't think it get no better than that. I don't think it get no better than that. So, she's getting emotional again as he's talking about this. And he's like, explain why you're getting emotional. And she was like, because people don't really understand how hard it is, when you really want to do something. And, it's plenty of days and mornings when you wake up and you like, I can't believe this. This is not, it's getting harder, or, all these things come your way. And then when you finally get to the end of that, and you can rejoice and you can, be happy in that moment of shit. I did this. This was me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wonderful feeling. So that's why she's getting super emotional again. And like she's very grateful to the people like Issa, the people like Carlos or Lemuel, or people making that one phone call, people that believed in her just as much as she believed in herself. And he was like, I remember you used to say, well, Carlo, we could be the first. We could be the first. Like whatever idea or something that she had, if somebody swatted it or somebody said, well, nobody's doing that or whatever, she's always believed in herself enough to be like, we could do that. I could do that. And he was like, I remember when you first started Jocelyn's Cabaret and you would send me videos of yourself performing in your room, or asking me my ideas. And he was like, I remember sending you like a Beyonce and Vanity smash up, and I was telling you that you reminded me so much of Vanity. And she was like, yeah. She said, when I used to work at the strip club, she was like, a lot of older people would tell me that I reminded them of Vanity. And she was like, I'm super young, 22, 23. I'm like, who the hell is Vanity? And she was like, until I Googled and saw the three women, dancing and performing. And she, saw it and herself was like, oh, I can kind of see that. And until he said that, I would have never thought to look back at Vanity. And she does, like the gloves, the hats, the gaudy jewelry, or oversized jewelry. Like and back then Vanity exuded sexiness. Like she was super sexy. So I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see the similarities and the comparison, and I like it. So yeah. Now, Jocelyn is trying to figure out why do she keep crying on Carlos' show or on the interview. And Carlos is like, no, seriously, I just want people to understand the personality or the person behind the personality. Like you're a good person, you're a smart businesswoman, like you were really kind, and people don't get to know that side of you because, you know, of all of the bad criticism that you get, or, and she's like, I just want you to know, Carlos, these are not a crocodile tears. Basically saying that these are tears of joy. Like she's happy that she's come this far and she's happy to be celebrated. And Carlos is like, yeah, because with the cabaret, we get people saying that Jocelyn is a bully and you're supposed to be empowering these women. And so what do you have to say to people that make those type of comments about you? She said, look, I do empower them. She said, giving them the opportunity to stand on stage next to me. I've been in the game for 15 years. I worked my way from the bottom all the way to now. And that is an opportunity. You should be grateful. You should be thankful. You should be happy that you get to share the stage and breathe the same air that I breathe. And a lot of people are gonna say, that's a little bit too much, but I feel how she feels. Look, I earned my spot. I earned my spot. And having doors closed in my face, people telling me I'm never gonna go on tour, I'm never gonna be nothing with my music, I'm never gonna have my own TV show. All of these things and daggers that were thrown at her, she overcame those things. She's doing what she want to do, and she is giving you an opportunity. She said, now, do I talk hard to them? Yes, absolutely. She said, but that's the way I talk to my bitches. That's how I talk to my people. It's coming from a place of love. She said, that's just the slang. That's just the way that we talk. Terms of endearment, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. I understand that because every group or like people, y'all be making too much a big deal out of nothing for real. She said if the girls didn't like it, why do she have thousands and thousands and thousands of girls showing up season after season to be on the show, to go on tour with her? She said she sell tickets. She sell tickets and she need these girls to be at their best. It's no difference from any other dance coach, any other athletic coach. I think there's a fine line between abuse and tough love. You know what I'm saying? But it's no different. So stop giving that girl such a hard time. Obviously, these girls want to be a part of it, want to be talked like that, and at any time they don't, they can leave. So yeah. Um, he says, well, what about the fighting? She says, I'm a fighter, and I'm probably always going to be a fighter. She said, any bitch that come to me with any type of beef, any type of anything, we not going to no ring. We taking it straight to the streets. So he was like, what happened with this infamous backstage brawl with you, Big Lex, and Jocelyn was shooting that shit down immediately. She was like, why you saying that bitch name like you know her? Where the fuck did she come from, and who birthed her? Who birthed that bitch? Cause don't nobody know what hole or rock she crawled from up under or out of. Why is you talking about her? Why is you bringing this bitch up? Well, Carlos says, well, people was wondering what was going on with you. Like, is she high? Is she on drugs? Cause really people feel like you just zoned out. And she was like, I did. I definitely zoned the fuck out, but not on drugs. Hmm. Girl, girl, we saw the Incredible Hulk come up out your ass. There is no way you was not. There's no way you was not high on little cocaine. Cause let me tell y'all something about people that live close by the water. Them folks that's born by the water, that live real close by the water, they've been doing this since, you know what I'm saying? To them, it's just like how we wake up in the morning and eat a bowl of cereal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing to them. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not in her nose. I don't know what the fuck she be doing, but I can definitely tell you that she was geeked the fuck up on something. She said she wasn't. Allegedly, we gonna leave it right there. Now she did say, "Do I like to get high? Absolutely, just like everybody else. But it's nobody's business what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not y'all business." She said, "I'm just the first person to publicly admit that I get fucked up." And Carlos is like, high off what? She said, whatever the fuck I want to. Like, it's nobody's business. Y'all get up out my business. Let me get high. Everybody's getting high. The whole fucking world is getting high. Some of your best doctors, lawyers, teachers, all these people that y'all hold to high regard, your politicians, everybody's fucking high on something. Everybody. Now, he asked her, is she afraid of going to jail for, these charges that have been brought against her with that brawl with Big Lex? And she said, I already went to jail for that. He's like, you had two felonies? She's like, I got a bunch of felonies. I got a bunch of felonies. Like, I already been to jail. She's not afraid to go back. She thinks that once the judge hears her side of the story, knows that she was defending herself, that but maybe she thinks it's gonna get thrown out. I don't know. She doesn't feel worried about it. She's not concerned, and she think that it's gonna be a good outcome in the end because she was defending herself. And as we can see, she's already capitalized off of this fight by put in a jail scene in her whole music video. Her getting into it with the police officer. She even made mugshot t-shirts and she's selling those. Like, so the girl is just dreaming and seeing coins, coins, coins. She's doing her Mario Brother thing like Sonic. She is collecting coins and tokens from all of the things that's happening. Is that we look, oh Lord, that's so bad. Look at what she just ratchet. But she is paid, y'all. She is fucking paid. And then he asked her, like, so what is Bonnie Bella going to see looking back and seeing all of this stuff? And she said, Bonnie Bella is going to think that her mama is an icon. She said, I talked to Bonnie. I love Bonnie. We spent time together. She knows me. She knows my ex. She knows when I'm putting on the show. She knows what is happening. And that's what I was saying. If she talked to her, have a good conversation with her, I don't see, um, you know, Bonnie taking this and being like, oh, my mama was a hoe or my mama was this. I don't see it being like that. I think she's gonna appreciate the life that her mom has built for her and the things that she's doing to, support and love her as a parent. Jocelyn said it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. She said the only difference between me and these regular ass people is that I'm the princess and I'm getting fucking paid, and my daughter knows that. My daughter knows that. I'm loving her. I'm supporting her. So why every time I do something, y'all got something to say? Why every time I do something, y'all got something to say? She said somebody got to be the bad guy, and she'll do it because she getting paid to do it. So y'all, if y'all enjoying this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know how we vibing today. Let me know if y'all enjoying this interview, y'all enjoying this recap. Yeah, shout out your girl, Kno-Lane shouting. Now, there was something that I left out earlier. Carlos was talking about WeTV, and they were saying that she originally shopped the cabaret to WeTV along with Carlos when he first did the pilot and all of that. But WeTV actually turned her down. And she said only later for them to come back and license the show. So after she gains complete ownership of Jocelyn's Cabaret and is doing well on Zeus, now WeTV is coming back to license the show from her to play on their station. So she's getting more money than she would have got had they took it in the beginning. She said, I just think it's stupid that they did it this way, but hey, thank you. I appreciate it and I'll take that. I'm sorry, I just left that little part out. Thought that was important and y'all needed to hear it. So then he proceeds to ask her, after, they start talking about how Bunny Bella is gonna feel about this. He asked her about College Hill. So he asked her, was she disappointed that even though she got into a fight with Amber Rose and Amber Rose hit her first, that they both got suspended or, expelled? And she said, no, I wasn't disappointed. She said she attacked me. And she said, I didn't give a fuck because I still got my $1 million and I went home a week early. While this bitch over here making $20,000. I was like, what? That's all they gave Amber Rose was $20,000. Mm. She said she mad because she don't want to be black, and your mama birthed you with her black pussy, and you just mad because you black and you don't want to be black. She said, "Bitch, you stupid. I got my money. I was able to leave a week early. I went home to my husband. I went home to my kids, and people now can really see you for who the fuck you really are, a fraud." She said nobody questioned her about being on drugs and she attacked me. She said you would have thought that it was the other way around when y'all first heard that Jocelyn and Amber Rose got into a fight. Everybody just knew Jocelyn mollywopped her ass and went in first. But no, she was attacked by Amber Rose. And nobody said anything to her about being on drugs. Nobody said anything to her about her violent behavior. So now we get to see, colorism, I guess, playing its role. But they both just as well. I mean, Jocelyn might be a little bit darker than Amber Rose, but still, even light skinned groups have colorism within they, own complex. Like, it's just so weird to me. And Jocelyn is just asking Carlos, like, when do people stop pointing the finger and start taking responsibility and accountability for their own actions? And Carlos was just like, it's the fact that Jocelyn is a once in a lifetime, star. And people are not used to seeing her or people like her to this magnitude. So they don't really know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to take it all in. So Carlos says, when it's all said and done, what do you want the legacy of Jocelyn Hernandez to be? And she said, the legacy is already here, bitch. I am immortal. I could die right now and people are still gonna speak my name. People are still gonna talk about me. People are still gonna, love me and love my music. And I think she's right. I think she is right. You know what I'm saying? He said you put yourself in positions to where, the executive producers of the Real, or Issa Rae, or Lee Daniels, or Katori Hall. These people want to work with you because they see that you are onto something great and that you are doing something amazing, and only a few people can do it. You know what I'm saying? And he is, basically giving her kudos to being that bitch, being the one that can do it. And I'm here for it, Jocelyn. I am here for it. I can't wait to see what other great things that you got coming out, or what you have in store. Can't wait till your book is released. I want to pre-order mine so I could be one of the first. Please, I would love to have a signed autographed copy of the book, Jocelyn. Okay? Don't forget about your girl Kno-Lane Shouty over here, because I would like a signed copy from you. Um, so y'all, I think that's it. That's pretty much the end of part two to this interview. I had a lot of fun with you guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications, leave me a comment. Let me know y'all want to see me do a review or recap on something else. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that clip of Jocelyn and her guest star appearance on P Valley. Y'all remember? If you don't, check it out. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
And finally, her fairy godmother had arrived. Life was finna be on Liddy in a bitty. She was one step closer to the tower.
What y'all doing out here?
Should I, bow or something?
Bitch, if you want to. Make sure you pick up the hundreds off the floor, though.
She could let down her hair and finally be free.
Let's go take some more shots.
Yeah, seriously, let's celebrate. Celebration, yes.
You know, you remind me of me once upon a time. You gonna make it out of here, cause your belly growling.
Oh, damn.
Bitch is a fucking megaforce. Come here. Let me tell you something. To them, you gonna always be a hoe. They ain't gonna never let you forget that. But that's cool. Cause like her sister Cardi B said, a hoe ain't never cold.
What, you want me to come by your suite and dance for you?
Nah, a bad bitch just need to talk to another bad bitch. Long bitch, don't fuck with me, cause my money long, bitch. I get that money, I don't play no games, bitch. Your daddy know it, cause he stay taking me out some bread. Bitches wanna play games with me, but I'm here to straight, I tell you no. Wanna play games with me, but I'm here to straight, I tell you no. Bitches wanna play games with me, but I'm here to straight, I tell you no. Wanna play games with me, but I'm here to straight, I tell you no. You in the wrong place, bitch, you know I kill you dead. Look at my stay low, I'm the baddest 7-step. You in the wrong place, bitch, you know I kill you dead. Look at my stay low, I'm the baddest.